Check one. Welcome in to Oley, Pennsylvania, which is just like Leesport and Fleetwood and Wernersville and all those places, a real place in Berks County.
And incredibly unlike Daniel Boone. Inside joke.
I'm just happy to be here this evening, be here on time, most importantly, and be here at the right facility.
Yeah.
Unlike Friday night. I didn't actually come here and start looking around and be like, oh, gee, why isn't there a basketball game? Like, I caught myself midway through my drive, thankfully. Otherwise, I would have been late.
That would have been, like, horrendous.
Otherwise, Muhlenberg in the house this evening, still looking for that first win of the season. We came oh so close on Friday. They had an 11-point lead that dwindled as time went on there in the second half, especially the fourth quarter, and just unable to hang on as they ended up getting tripped up 39-37 to Boone. They did score a season-high 52 points playing McCaskey back on December the 10th, 46 in a loss to Carlisle. They didn't do too terribly bad on Saturday either because they did have a game pop off against, I believe, Unionville. They lost that one 51-36. So here they come into Oley, facing off against the Lynx, who currently sit atop of Berks 4. Currently 9-5, 6-0 in their division, 5-1 here at the friendly confines. They had won 2 straight against Brandywine, against Fleetwood, or as they say in Berks County, Fleetwood, and ended up losing to Boyertown this past weekend by a dozen, so they'll look to get back on the winning track here. Gets the Muhlenberg team looking to get on track at all this season. Seen some progress, saw the big lead, saw a lot of confidence. Just got to close out those types of games. And hopefully able to get off to a good start here this evening.
That was a heartbreaker the other night. It really was.
Sure was. Like I said, 11-point lead. Thinking, all right, not necessarily in the bag, but fortunately they were just unable to do much in the fourth quarter whatsoever. Still have my game notes here, just 2 points in the fourth. 2 points in the fourth. They had 14 in the third, and it was just a rough ride as Daniel Boone, it's not like they were high scoring in the fourth, but they did have 10, outscored the Muhls by 8, and that 6-point advantage going into that final stanza evaporated. As the teams have their starting lineups announced here. Get to them in a second. But first, the national anthem. We'll take a quick break and be right back here for the start of the Muhls against the Lynx. Back to it here.
It was a great opener.
No openers whatsoever. We'll have Jerry sing for you at halftime. Make up
I could
for
do
it.
that. What do you want to hear? Ted Nugent? A little cat scratch fever?
Pass.
Okay.
Oley coming in here averaging a little over 43 points a game. Muhlenberg just over 34. Lynx living in the paint for the most part. Averaging a little over 15 inside the arc. Good for about 30 of their 43 points. Lynx coming out in their home white jerseys. Muhls in their road navies, yellow numbers, white trim. We'll tip back to the Lynx, and they will get started. Schlegel, Myers, Hare, Wagner, and Rhodes out there to start for the Lynx. That one high up off the glass, offensive board. Putback is good. Sorry, the putback not good. Jump ball belongs to the Muhls. It'll be full court pressure here to start. That one turnover here for the Muhls. Turnaround jumper. We're going to have a foul called on Kaylee Goodwin. She can't believe it. It'll be 2 at the stripe here for Hare. First one. Nothing but net. Hare, a 58.8% free throw shooter. Drops in both. Goodwin into the corner, has to pick up her dribble. Now gets a wide open look from beyond the arc. That one off front iron. Lynx with the board now in transition. 1v2, left-hander, no good. Offensive board again, and we're going to have Goodwin called for her second personal here in the first, 42 seconds of the game? Going out, Rivas in. Lynx will inbound. Thinking about a 3. Is Julia Wagner. She had 19 in their last win. Swinging around now down low. Keeping the pivot foot, now passing out. Driving in, that one met on the low block. Meacham and Rivas both there to deny. Come the Muhls. Rivas setting the screen. Drops it out. Right corner. That one no good by Meacham. Put back by Rivas. Won't get there either. Another offensive board. This time Ramos clangs it off the glass. They'll look down low in that low block, and we're going to have a personal foul. Once again, called by the referee over here in the corner. Very active with the whistle here to start. Fouls on Brill, her first, team's third. Already 3 fouls deep, not even 2 minutes into the first. Hard to believe just 1 foul to give here for the Muhls with a little over 6 minutes to play in the first quarter. 3 up and on the way. I think Rivas got a piece of that, and we're going to have a foul here on the floor, a loose ball. And the foul's going to be on Hare. Once again, full court pressure. They'll dump it into Brill. They'll sag off after the inbound. Into the corner. Ramos, a 3. Blanca Ramos getting on the board. She was not shy about shooting the last time out. Covered her on Friday. She had 8, including 1 from beyond the arc. Muhls with the early advantage. Again, coming out in that 2-3 zone. Good active feet so far. Down on the low block. That one, turnaround jumper on that right block by Myers. Won't get it done. And Coach Kerry Snyder will take a timeout. 5:30 left here in the first. 3-2, Muhlenberg leading after the first 2.5 minutes. It'll be a 30-second timeout here for the Lynx.
So, Ryan, this is only our second time in 6 years of broadcasting games. We broadcast roughly 510. And this is only the second time we've been to Oley. First time was last year for a YO softball game.
It's probably still more than WEU's been here. Got him.
But we are thrilled to be here. AD Tim Rhodes, amazing. Everybody here, nice, treating us really well, man. Good people.
Back into it here. Brill will walk it up. Lynx guarding all the way out top here. That one high arcing right-handed floater won't get it done. And Ramos not to be denied. Rivas handed it right to her. Ramos will go to the stripe. And that'll be on Lily Hare again. That'll be her second. Reese DeBalco getting ready to check in for her first minutes. Got to make the change with the 2 quick fouls. First one good by Ramos, by the way. Second one, good as well. Make it 5-2 in the early goings here. This is where Muhlenberg was kind of at their best. Rivas up in the air and getting the swan down on the low block that time was Blanca Ramos. All 5 of the Mules points and a block to add to it. Lynx looking to inbound, got to go somewhere, finally get it in. 3 launched, clanged off the backboard, and we're going to have a foul here, I believe on Rivas. That would be her first. And that was the last Mule foul to give. So the next one will put the Lynx in the bonus here with 4:51 left in the first. Nina Bauer will check in for her first minutes. Dad Matt sitting over there, Exeter's head football coach. Driving in, floater won't go. Left short on the rim. Rhodes grabbing her own board, gets tied up. It'll stay here. And Wagner with the inbound. Down a low block, turnaround, won't go. Rivas the board. Schlegel left hanging there. Still a 3-point advantage here for the Mules. They'll fake the dribble handoff. Cuenca looking for help. Finds Brill. Brill throws it back, clangs off the knee of Rhodes and goes out of bounds right into our own bench. The Mules basketball. Into Brill. Brill finding some space, looking for help. Ends up being met with the body. Foul will be on Schlegel, her first, team's third. Hare with 2, Schlegel with 1. And Brill to the line. Brill rattles in the first. Brill, a 77% free throw shooter. as Alexis Hernandez will check in for the Mules. Making sure her jersey is tucked, apparently. Very important rule.
Absolutely. Safety first.
Second by Brill is good. 4 for 4 are the Mules. It's now a 7-2 start. Lynx, a little rusty here in the opening stanza. It's coming out to harass. That one stripped away from behind. Ball loose on the ground. They're going to tie him up, and it's going to belong to the Mules. It's the second turnover for the Lynx, but they just have not been getting really good offensive looks.
Ryan, was that jump ball call enthusiastic enough for you?
More so than Friday night, yeah. Franklin the Turtle calling the game that night.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
It's the nicest thing I have to say. Brill to Ramos. Ramos called for the walk. Ramos just going in amongst the trees to Reese DeBalco. She must have at least 4 or 5 inches on her. Undeterred.
Gotta love those guts.
Looking down low. That one clangs high up off the glass, then front iron. Cuenca the board. Just lacking some of that touch around the rim. It's been a lot of rush turnaround jumpers so far for the Lynx, and just unable to connect on any of them. Brill steps into one from the free throw line. Easy board for Rhodes. Lynx trailing by 5, 3 minutes left here in the first. They'll look down low. Once again, almost nowhere to go, and I think that they might get Rivas, but either way, it's all bad. It's the last foul to give. It'll be Rivas called for her second personal. So both her and Goodwin. And it's so tough because Rivas is about the only size, length that you really have down low if you're the Mules. So her in early foul trouble, not great. You can see they've really tried to dial into catching him early.
Always got a couple of tall girls, too.
Now you're trying for the early double team when they're going down there, but Rivas is the only one that can really match with the height that Oley Valley has here.
Yep.
Including with Nina Bauer here. Swishes the second. Lynx still without a bucket from the field. All 3 of their points coming from the charity stripe. And Alexis Hernandez with the foul and will walk the length. It'll end up being Reese DeBalco at the line. Misses. DeBalco limited chances at the charity stripe. Just there once so far this year. Hit both, misses both this time around. And Hernandez will draw the foul on Bauer. For Bauer, that's her first, team's 4th. So that is their last foul to give with 2:38 left here in the first. The interesting thing will be coming up in the second quarter to see how Oley Valley responds to the quick pressure here. We're going to have an offensive foul called on Hernandez. You got to give some space when you're setting up that screen. Instead, Hernandez setting it right on the defender. Can't do that. For the Muhls, just their second turnover. That's been another major thing here as well. Oley still without a bucket from the field. The Muhls have kept control of the basketball really well here in the first. Just 2 turnovers. Oley with 2 as well. It's not making the mental errors. And you can see the results here, up by 4. Brill, drive, floater, air ball. Back come the Lynx. Big pump fake, nowhere to go with it. They'll finally go up top. Passing out of the triangle, the 3 is short. Put back attempt, denied by the underside of the rim. Now finally a layup won't go. Another chance here for the Lynx. At least 2 or 3 offensive boards that time. Muhls still moving really well. Shot up and a foul as Meacham called for the personal. Nina Bauer back to the stripe. Bauer, a 68% free throw shooter coming in, misses first half. Kennedy Cavana checking in, as will Mackenzie Myers. Second by Bauer. Second straight tie making the back half of the 2 shots. Now 7-4. Ramos driving in amongst the trees is denied. I think Wagner got a piece of that one. Now floater coming in, finally a bucket. Reese DeBalco finally with the first made basket from the field. That's now 7-6. We'll take a full timeout, just like the team will. Minute up on the board. We'll be right back. 7-6, Muhls lead when we return on the Muhls Sports Network.
You know, a lot of people say when you're going somewhere, you don't want to look back. But I beg to differ. For her to see her father celebrate his graduation, it's the best feeling in the world. I can't lie and say it was easy. But sometimes you just have to stop everything and take it in. I looked at everything in a different light. I realized it started with me going back and getting my high school diploma.
Back in Oley. Setting atop the hill as the Lynx clawing back from a 5-point deficit here early in the first quarter. Now trailing just by 1. About 50 seconds left here in the first. Cuenca steps into one. That one a little off to the right. And we're going to have Brill called for the personal. And it's just some of the undisciplined things that they really have to work at here as Brill, that'll be her second personal. But there's no need for a foul that deep in Lynx territory. It's already a nip and tuck game, leading by 1. It's the first one, no good, as Rhodes. It's been quiet here in the first quarter. Misses both. Lynx the offensive board. Ends up into the hands of Brill. Brill 1-on-2 going to the left-hand side. Fouled in. Count it. She'll make up for that mistake with 2 from the field and another at the line upcoming. But yeah, for the Muhls, some of it's just the little things. You've had now 2 fouls in transition happening 3/4 of the way from the basket. Can't give him free opportunities. Brill now leads with 5. Her and Ramos splitting the point scoring duties here in the first. Back to that 2-3 zone. Kavana and Brill up top. Ramos cheating a bit. It'll be Myers from the low block, cutting the lead in half. It's 8-10, 6 seconds left. It'll be Ramos 1v1, drives, cuts, throws it up, won't go. But how about that? Muhls coming on the road with an early advantage against the Section 4 leading Lynx. Not too shabby out of the Muhls.
No, that's a good quarter. That's a great quarter.
I was trying to figure out what version of Sweet Caroline this was, and I think the answer is marching band.
I was going to go with UCLA marching band.
Might be UCLA.
Gee, I hope nobody reports this to YouTube.
I don't know. Those Oley Valley cheerleaders really seem to be getting into this one.
Next time.
So good, so good, so good.
They're doing a great job. Little known fact, Ryan. The original lyric of that song was so adequate, so adequate. Neil Diamond had a little bit of a confidence problem.
Yeah, it didn't really flow off the tongue, did it?
No. He grew into it.
Muhls leading by 2, entering the second quarter. Coming out and stunning the Lynx a little bit. Lynx held to just 2 buckets from the field. Took them a good long while to finally get into it. Unable to translate that length into buckets. Hare back out there for the second. That one no good, and we're going to have a travel called on the Lynx. Rhodes never put the ball back down after the offensive board. Ramos behind the back, out to Brill. Brill gets checked a few times. Looking for a little bit of help. Heskavana in the middle of the lane. She'll kick it out. Ramos steps in. That one airballed, but right down to Meacham on the low block. Underneath the up and under. Rihanna Cuenca, her first bucket. A little razzle-dazzle. Ramos kind of floating around into what almost seems like kind of floating between a 2-3 and a 3-2. And we're going to have a timeout taken here by the Muhls. It'll be a 30-second timeout. A little trap down low there. Kavana will take a seat. Liana Martyr will see her first minutes here.
We have a good spot here, Ryan. I can hear the Oley coach giving his instructions.
They can hear us, too.
Can they?
Okay, that was impressive out of the cheerleaders. Okay, now I'm impressed. Now I'm impressed. That
Nice
was like,
little flip
oh my
there.
God.
Sorry,
The camera
I missed
can't,
that.
Yeah, the camera can't see it, but
Yeah. It was like a double flip.
Oley backing off of the early pressure that they were showing in the first. Brill will bring it up the court unharassed. This time now she's stuck with the dribble handoff, has to give it up. Cuenca. Brill hits the deck. Now Ramos, a little Euro step in the lane, unable to finish. Brill lucky not to get called for her third. Nice stop there. Nice job by the Mules once again, just harassment in that zone defense. Martyr getting her hand on it. Brill knocking it away, and finally a turnover. And that one goes out of bounds. Knocked out by the Lynx. Schlegel, Wagner, back in for the Lynx. They'll belong to the Lynx here. Look down low on the block. 3 attempt up top. That one too strong. Brill and Myers get tangled. It'll be a jump ball. Now the Lynx will come out here. Brill snags that one. Have a 3-on-1 to convert. Back to Brill. Brill, the floater, hangs on the rim, won't go. Put back attempt will, though, as Meacham is on the board. Lead now 6 for the Mules. That pestering 2-3 zone. Stymieing the Lynx here in the early start. Now 3 minutes gone by here in the second. No points to show for it. That one stolen away by Brill. Brill in transition, unable to finish. Now in with the left hand, leaves it short, does Wagner. So just 2 buckets from the field for Oley here. About 11 and a half minutes into this one, and a high arching left-handed floater by Ramos drops. She has 7. And the team now leads 16-8. Their largest lead since 7-2. That one, Martyr a little over anxious on the closeout. And Hare gets her bucket to drop. Comes about halfway through the second. Drive, kick, Brill inside the arc, off back iron. Meacham snags the offensive board. Ramos looking for some space. Double team over to Meacham. Meacham just off the mark. It's again another fine outing from the Mules defense. As Mackenzie Myers clangs it off the back of the iron. Martyr has it swatted away then by Wagner. Nice job by Wagner.
Mules defense picking up where it left off Friday night. And the offense is a little more lively.
Ramos, the step back 3. Grazes the bottom of the net. Gives a big grin to the Oley Valley fans who want to heckle her. And we're going to have a travel. Bauer called for the turnover. Having that pivot foot slip. They're either indecisive when they get it on the low block, or they're overly decisive and just turning around, throwing up jumpers. Really no happy medium here as Ramos trapped in the corner. They'll finally break through. Brill from the seat of her pants, literally. Will finally find its way out as Goodwin will restart things. That one's stripped away. Up ahead in transition. That one no good. Bauer the offensive board and the putback. Four-point advantage for the Muhls. Brill will now walk it across. And Ramos will draw the personal. Foul will be on Bauer, her second. After all of the fouls in the first quarter, which led to an early bonus session for the Lynx, not so much. That was the first foul for either side here with 2:10 remaining in the second.
Awesome, they cleaned it up.
First one no good by Ramos. Rivas will check back in. She'll take the place of Meacham. Second by Ramos. Off back iron. Bauer grabs the board. Lynx will get a move on. 2 minutes left here in the second. Lynx, like I said, coming out a little sluggish here, and I think a lot of it is just the Muhls defense. They've really found something with that 2-3 zone. And we're going to have a foul here on Rivas. Bauer draws the personal again. For Rivas, that's her third. Bauer reversing her fortune, hits the first. Martyr back in for Rivas. Muhlenberg, I would say that they're going small, but they don't really have a choice when they really only have one player with height. I mean, credit to the Lynx. That's exactly what you do when somebody's in foul trouble. Go right after him. Draw that personal. Lead has now shrunk to 2. Martyr driving, floater. Left it up for Brill. It'll stay here with the Muhls after getting tipped out. Goodwin taking the inbounds again. They're looking for Martyr, nowhere to go. Finally into Martyr. They're going to double her in the corner, triple now. And Martyr called for the personal. They're trying to say that Martyr threw herself into the defender to initiate that contact, therefore the offensive foul. Stolen away by Brill again. Brill into the lane and fouled. Wagner will be called for the personal. Brill back to the stripe. He's made all 3 there so far this evening. And add to the Muhls' lead. Swishes the first. Hare back in. Nursing her 2 fouls. Rattles that one in. 5 for 5 is Kenley Brill. She has 7. The lead's at 4. I was going to say it, but I know that that guy was in earshot. I think that's the first time that referee blew his whistle all game so far. Bauer denied, but Schlegel won't be. Back to a 2-point advantage. And again, this is a chance for the Muhls. You can back it out. You can take some time. You have a 2-point advantage. You could go into halftime with a lead. You don't have to give the ball back to them. But we will, as Goodwin with the air ball, and we're going to have a Looks like we're going to have an injury here as Ramos holding her calf, it looks like.
She's in pain.
Yeah, she pulled up lame. She's still standing. Hopefully just a cramp.
Hopefully.
Stops the clock with 34.5 seconds left. Depending how this shakes out, may see a healthy dose of Liana Martir in the second half. She's walking okay back to the bench.
She's shaking it off.
And you'll see Martir here for the remaining 34.5 seconds. Now the Lynx with a chance to tie or go ahead entering the break. Just inside the arc. That one off the mark by Schlegel. And another offensive board by the Lynx. That one thrown up. Bauer is fouled. Back to the stripe she goes. And I mean, this is what happens. You can hold the ball. You have a lead. You have a possession with about a minute left. You can take your time.
Nurse it.
You can nurse it a bit. Instead, Bauer hits the first and can tie it here with the second. I mean, sure, it'll give you a chance of taking the lead going into the break, but you already had the lead. Second is good by Bauer. 2 of 4 in the first quarter, 4 of 4 in the second, and we're all knotted at 18. Martir at least gives Brill a second ball handler. 5 seconds left now. Cuenco looking for help into the corner for Goodwin. Goodwin passes it up. Brill, last second shot, won't go. And that will do it for the second. $18 after 16 minutes of play.
Taking a trip, Ryan.
Oh, yeah? Where's that?
My
Is
favorite
it
place in Exeter.
Old Friedensburg Road?
It is. Birdie's Inn.
You don't get out of the house very much. You don't travel too far.
Did you like that transition I gave you?
I was waiting for it. If you're looking for great food, cold drinks, and good times in Berks County, welcome to Birdie's Inn in Exeter Township. Quenching thirst and filling bellies for over 180 years. George Washington eat there? Not good at math. Not good at math. When was that? 1840s?
180.
All right, so he was
Maybe
dead
Lincoln.
by then. No, I think he was.
Maybe Lincoln. It's not impossible.
It's not impossible. Lincoln might have eaten there.
Yeah.
There you go.
John, I've got a new story for you. Lincoln ate here.
Sink your teeth into the best burgers in Berks. It might have been somebody like James ate Garfield or something like that. Maybe Taft ate there. I don't know.
Polk.
What?
Polk,
yeah, there you go. James K. Polk. What about James Tyler? You want some Tippy Canoe and Tyler, too?
Tippy Canoe and Birdies, too.
Hand pressed, made to order, paired perfectly with local drafts and mixed drinks, making the best burgers in Berks. Whether you're craving hot wings every night, a hearty kielbasa cheesesteak, or fresh soups and salads, they got a menu that keeps coming back, and it's more than just a meal. Enjoy weekly live music and entertainment on the spacious covered deck all year long. So you have open mic night tomorrow from 6:30 to 9:30. Jumpin' Jay's Music Trivia on Wednesday. Mr. Modi on the deck on Friday from 7 to 10, and music with Malin Hill on Saturday from 7 to 10. Don't forget about the late night menu, Friday and Saturday nights from 9 to 11, plus playoff football, not including the freaking Eagles, on one of the 38 TVs at Birdie's. I'm not sour.
Not at all.
Damn it. That's Birdie's Inn, 160 Old Friedensburg Road at 5 Points in Exeter. Have fun, be kind. God, that game got me in a bad mood yesterday.
You seem okay now.
I'm even worse because they haven't fired Kevin Patullo yet, but that's neither here nor there. 18-all here at the break. We can talk about Kevin Patullo on the other side. When we come back on the Muhls Sports Network.
Adding your own flavor to fashion comes with age.
Okay, Dad, look at you.
Yeah, welcome. Hi.
Forgetting how to add doesn't. Finding it difficult to work with numbers may be a sign of Alzheimer's.
Dad, are you okay?
An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's. Some things come with age, some others don't.
Food isn't just fuel to live, it's fuel to grow. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals fueled my involvement in theater and the arts as a child, which fostered my love for acting. The Feeding America network of food banks helps millions of people put food on the table. When people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger, and together we can open endless possibilities for people to thrive. Visit feedingamerica.org/actnow.
You're watching the Muhls Sports Network on Jerry Gallup Media.
We're back.
We are back. And Kevin Patullo still has his job. Maybe he'll lose it by the end of our broadcast.
Ryan, another great prop for the people of Oley Valley. The towels in the men's room are amazing.
It's not that they have their Lynx logo everywhere. They certainly paid for the new one here.
Yep.
Very Wildcat-esque.
Yep.
And an improvement over the old one that's painted up there for sure.
Looks a little more menacing.
So I'm pretty sure they paid for it, so they're going to use it.
I would.
So a whole multitude of places have been getting away from the NFL logos as their high school logos. Saw Northern Lebanon originally using the Minnesota Vikings logo as Brill steals this one away, kicking things off in the third with the left. Got it to go. But I saw that they now have a new logo that's very eerily similar, but just a different face. And now they're no longer the, Minnesota football Vikings up there in northern Lebanon. That one tossed on the way, put back is good. Hare unable to finish, but Taylor turning garbage into gold, as Mark Zumoff used to say. All tied at 20 again. Looking down low, Brill with the left.
Wow.
Some quick movement here by the Mules, kicking things off. Hare has not proven herself a threat to shoot beyond the arc. Actually, really none of the Lynx have. We're content with that one right there, a little too strong. Oley, second chance, driving in, floater, gets it to roll. Does Caden Rhodes. That's her first bucket from the field, her first points of the game. They come with about 6:30 left in the third. Knotted up at 22 apiece. Out to the side, that one off back iron by Brill. Coming back down to earth with that heat check. Left-handed layup. As Schlegel runs past everyone, gives the Lynx the lead. And just like that, Ramos at the other end, answering back. She's now scored across all three quarters. Knotted back up at 24. That one blocked down on the low post. Meacham got a piece of it. Some life out of both offenses here to start out the third. Very clearly trying to get Brill the basketball. Goodwin launches a three, too strong. That one poked away by Ramos. Ramos picking herself up off the hardwood. That one picked off by Brill. Brill just throws it back into the field of play. Ramos will give chase. Instead, Hare turns it back upfield. Lynx with an advantage as Ramos getting back into the play. No good by Rhodes. Be brought in by Meacham. A three by Ramos. Off to the left. Brill charging in, turns around. Put back is good. Kenley Brill playing with her hair on fire here in the third. She has 6. Give her 13. A three from the corner. That's on me, Lily Hare. This time lighting it up from the far corner. That's on me, and then Meacham not looking for the basketball. Lynx leading by 1. Their first lead of the game. They trailed ever since that Blanca Ramos three. Now dipping in, getting 2 is Wagner, her first bucket. And the lead now sits at 3. It's the Lynx's largest of the game, a 3. Cuenca, her first triple, the team's second. We're tied at 29. Once again, the Mules coming in winless in their first 11 games against the Section 4 leading Lynx. Bauer fouled en route to the stripe. She goes. Our first trip there this quarter as Meacham called for her third.
That was legit. Elbow to the chin.
Yeah, sure was. First by Bauer off front iron. In comes Hernandez. Hernandez picked up 2 quick fouls the last time that she entered. As that one kisses the inner ring and drops. 1 point advantage again. Ramos denied by Bauer. Lynx in transition. They'll pull it back out and start the half court. Bauer turns, kicks. Little pump fake dribble in, fouled. On the way up is Rhodes. She'll revisit the charity stripe. And Alexis Hernandez, her third personal. She's a foul magnet here this evening. Rhodes won't get the first. That one also no good by Bauer. Putback attempt off the mark by Wagner. And the Mules. Over to Hernandez. Hernandez has it stripped by Bauer. Up ahead. Fouled on the way is Rhodes. She'll go back to the stripe. It'll be on Brill. That will be her third. So that marks 4 different Mules with 3 fouls. Rivas, Meacham,
Muhlenberg's coach protesting being told to stay behind the line, I believe.
Anyway, as I was saying, Rivas, Meacham is the second one, no good. Hernandez and Brill all with 3. Another offensive attempt there. Goodwin, the rebound, has it knocked away. Lynx, second, third, fourth chance at life here this possession. Mules now seemingly going to more of that box and one type look as Bauer, her second from the field. Lead now sits at 4 again. Rivas looking to re-enter. Ramos driving in, throws it up, gets it to go. It ain't pretty, but it doesn't have to be. Driving in with the left off the backboard. Bauer, another offensive board. Bauer back to the line. Bauer has gone to the stripe 5 times tonight. On her 6th attempt, hits the first. Rivas and Martir will re-enter. Bauer the second half. Gets it to drop. 50% in the first quarter, 100% in the second, 75% here in the third. Mules once again down by 4. Cuenca losing the handle a bit. As it poked away. Hare knocking it into the Mules bench. Brill looking for some help, using the screen, throws it up wildly. And Bauer bails him out by accidentally standing on the end line. Muhls will have another chance here with 1:18 left in the third. Ramos thinking three, drives in, left-handed floater. Unlucky there, Rhodes grabs the board. Lynx again up by 4. Hare nearly. Case of the Butterfingers. And Oley will take a timeout. Regroup, regather. It'll be a 30-second variety.
With just under a minute left.
Just under a minute left.
Is that good usage of a timeout?
Why not?
A minute left, ride it out, is what I'm thinking.
I think you have an opportunity here with a 4-point advantage. Possession going your way. You try to tack on here with the Lynx, especially at home. So it'll be Wagner inbounding in front of her own bench. Looking down low to Bauer. Bauer against Rivas. I believe it'll end up being blocked, and they're going to say it's blue ball. I think Bauer might have touched it while she was standing out of bounds.
Blue ball?
It'll be blue ball.
Okay.
Just singular, though. 4-point advantage. Muhls once again. Little dribble handoff with Martyr. Martyr draws the personal.
Whoa!
They're going to say that it's on the floor. No continuation. And hang on. And hang on. And hang on. And hang on. And don't count the basket. It'll be a foul on Reese DeBalco. And again, relatively clean third quarter here as the Muhls, no fouls left to give. Oley, that was just their first of the stanza. Martyr, 3, in and out. Would have closed it to 1. And Martyr called for the block. And again, you're down by 4, 18 seconds left. You're so far away from the basket that is just not a foul to give up in that situation. There's just no need. And that's something that will come as they continue playing and get familiar with each other, but we're now halfway through the year. So the types of things that they're going to have to cut out going forward. Hare hit 2 at the stripe in the first, hits the first. Hits the second. Lead is at 6. That 3 attempt by Cuenca, no good. Cuenca out of the contest, now down at the other end. Oley will get 2 more. The largest lead of the game here for Oley stands at 8. Was just 4 with not that much time on the clock. And some clock management, leaving a little bit to be desired. Same with fouls away from the basket. Given Oley Valley so many chances this evening. The game's right there. You got to take out the mental mistakes, and fouls, 75 feet away from the basket have to be cut out. Fouls even, towards mid-court have to be cut out. They're inconsequential. especially in a tight game like this.
How many points have they given up from the stripe?
Well, from the stripe, quite a few. And if you give me a second, I can add everything up. 14 of the Lynx's 39 points have come from the line.
It's more than a third.
Yeah, those are just the things that you have to cut out. The Lynx well balanced in the third for sure. 21 points as they finally have figured out the Muhls zone defense a little bit here. The Muhls did not go to the stripe in the third at all. All of their buckets from the field, they finished with 13. But Oley's offense coming alive has given them some life here. As Ramos has it stripped away. Cuenca at the other end. Good defense by her. We're going to have a jump ball and a quick jump ball, by the way. It's going to stay with the Lynx.
Quick and emphatic.
I hear her over there. She's been a little bit more vocal after she was told that she had to stay in her box.
Yep.
So now she's going to be in her box. She's going to be a little bit louder so she can be heard.
The way I'd do it.
Shocker. Not you, Jer. Not the button pusher.
Not the little man syndrome.
Uh-huh. Little Napoleon complex. The Lynx happy to waste some time here. Three launched. A little too hard by Hare. Once again, the ball off the Muhls and out of bounds. Cuenca and Rivas unable to get a handle. Lynx will run stack. And Martir nearly picks it off, playing free safety there, and Ramos called for the foul. That'll be her first.
He's got a warning.
Coach getting a warning here for chirping. Ramos didn't think that she had a foul. Coach sticking up for her, saying, that's all right, we know it's a non-foul. Inbound, quick chance at a bucket there for Rhodes, a little too strong. Goodwin getting ready to check in. Rivas with the block, and this time we're going to have another jump ball. This one will go the Muhls' direction. So they've been quick on the whistle. Those jump balls. Brill has been quiet in the early part of the fourth. Had 6 points in the third before going a little silent. All those points coming pretty early in the contest. So they were just going back and forth there coming out of the second half break. Brill, jumper. Hanging on the rim, no good. Rivas. Rivas with the turnover.
What, she step out?
Fell down.
Okay.
Remember that story I told last game about the like 8 and 9-year-old coach that I had rolling around on the ground with the ball so that he could show me about how you could fall to the ground and not have a traveling call on you.
Okay.
Instead, I just made him look really silly in front of a whole bunch of parents and kids. Same call. Was a travel.
Got it.
Shockingly, I also have a stubborn streak and really enjoy just making people eat their words like that. Bauer, little hot potato, tosses it out. Mackenzie Myers take the place of Bauer. Eight-point advantage. Neither team getting on the board here in the opening 2 minutes and change. Ramos looking to change that with the right hand.
Very nice.
I don't know how she does it sometimes, but she does do it. On the left-hand side of the bucket, a low scoop layup. Just gets that sweet touch.
Yeah, that's Julius Irving-esque.
Sure. Little less finger roll. Again, the Lynx in no particular hurry. Happy to drain the clock, up by 6. Against the upstart Mules here this evening. Nice job by Rivas, kind of reading the situation there and slouching back onto Myers in the low block. Now she'll switch over, blocked by the underside of the basket, and they're going to say it's off Rivas, out of bounds. She might have gotten a piece of it. Now under 5 to play. It's getting the Lynx. Happy to drain the clock. Muhls not making it easy. Cuenca all over it. Counted and one. You can tell the frustration boiling over here for Jaden Rhodes. Just 3 points so far. And they're going to call that one on the floor.
All right.
I mean, look, I'm not going to complain too much because it helps the Mules, and we are a Homer broadcast by every metric. As the Lynx unable to finish off the inbounds, and we're going to have a timeout taken here by the Mules. It will be a full one. What an odd. Gotta be careful. I don't want to get written up in the book either, but.
You don't need that.
I thought that was pretty clear.
Food isn't just fuel to live, it's fuel to grow. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals fueled my involvement in theater and the arts as a child, which fostered my love for acting. The Feeding America network of food banks helps millions of people put food on the table. When people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger, and together we can open endless possibilities for people to thrive.
And filling bellies.
Visit feedingamerica.org/act now.
I'm good.
They got some local brews, some mixed drinks, and some of the best burgers in Berks, including the PB&J burger. Just ask Mike Boyer. Whether you're craving hot wings every night, a hearty kielbasa cheesesteak, or fresh soups and salads, they have a menu that keeps you coming back for more. Plus, they have live music and entertainment on their covered deck all year round. Open mic tomorrow, music trivia Wednesday, Mr. Modi on the deck on Friday, and Malin Hill on Saturday. Both of those from 7 to 10. Don't forget the late night menu from 9 to 11 on Friday and Saturday nights, plus playoff football, not including the freaking Birds, on one of the 38 TVs at Birdie's. That's Birdie's Inn, Old Friedensburg Road. It's a left-handed attempt, no good. Brill grabs the board at 5 points in Exeter. Muhls will survive out of this. Cuenca, I don't know what she was thinking there. Out of room on the baseline, has it tipped. Still a 6-point advantage here for the Lynx. And we're going to have a foul called. I think it might be on Ramos pulling the chair out. And nope, it's going to be on Rivas. That'll be her 4th. And the team's 3rd. Wagner to the line. Her first trip there. And it shows off that first one. This is the first. Not a lot of arch on that.
Got the range now.
Just got to hone it in.
Yep.
Bet she makes it. There you go. See? Wagner with 3. The lead's up to 7. Ramos a 3. Little heat seeker there. Not going to get it. A big, long rebound here for the Mules. Cuenca, baseline jumper, won't go. Pulled in by Rhodes, and we're going to have a travel. Every day's a new adventure here. This has been a choose-your-own-adventure officiating over the past 2 games. Boy, I sure can't figure out which direction they're going some days. That refereeing crew on Friday was something else. I'll tell you that. A 3 by Ramos. I'd say heat check. But she wasn't especially hot before shooting that one. Lead still at 7. That time Meacham getting her hands on a good one to the deck. Mules come away with it. Cuenca. That one too strong. Out back to Cuenca. Luckily trips and falls into getting her own rebound that time. Look what I found. Ramos. That probably should have been a foul by Bauer. Once again, active hands from her. Up and under, gets 2 more. Leads down to 5. Still in it here against the Section 4 leading Lynx. Just won't quite go away. Their second bucket of the quarter, both by Ramos. Turnover by the Lynx. Goodwin will hand it off to Brill. Brill scoreless here in the 4th with 2:15 left. No better time for her to get involved. Looking down low to her with the left hand, in and out. Brill grabs her miss, put back no good. Still going for it, and once again, can't tell what the call is here. I think it's a foul. And it will. For Hare, that's her 3rd. And it will be blue ball. Nice try by Oley there.
If you will it, it will happen.
If you build it, they will come.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
I guess technically it's if you build it, he will come. That is a 3 by Ramos. They're going to say that she had both of her feet behind the line. And how about that? Mules hanging around. And it will be a full timeout here for the Lynx, I think. Do they have to add one back on? Anyway, it's just 3 points here for the Lynx in the 4th. They exploded for 21 in the 3rd as they seem to have solved a lot of stuff going on.
Mules are not going away.
I can hear the Oley Valley coach telling his girls, like, I told you that they can shoot. Or at least not afraid to shoot. So they got to switch off every single time and make sure that they're closing out really hard on the three-point shooters. Oh, boy.
Yeah, he's pointed right towards you. There's no reason why you wouldn't be able to hear him.
So, yeah, 40 to 38. Been a wild time so far. And we're going to have another jump ball. It will stay, but 1:49 left, and now the possession arrow for the Muhls. Nice job by Martyr with the immediate tie-up. So, yeah, just 1 point here for the Lynx. And finally, back on the board there as Rhodes actually erased her bucket that I had counted from earlier, and the lead's back to 4. She now has 5. Martyr was thinking 3, lost the handle on it. Gets it back to Martyr in the low block. Look at that. Sticking with it, Meacham, her second bucket for 4. And the lead is just 2. What a confidence builder this could be for the Muhls. 11 straight losses to open the season. Coming in here against the Lynx and proving that they belong. Section 4 or not. Still have a playoff-bound Oley Valley here from the looks of it. We're going to have a foul here on the floor. This one I agree with now. That the foul's on the floor.
Ryan, I just saw the ref go. Ryan agreed. Wiped his
He came
brow.
over, he saw my nod in approval, and he
Yep.
was like, you know what? I did a good job tonight.
He was happy.
The play-by-play guy said I did a great job.
Made him happy.
I'm sure all he's looking for is the affection and approval of the play-by-play guy of the Muhls broadcast.
Yeah.
Driving in, man, no call there. Body hit the floor as Martyr was hit. Goodwin arms straight up as Schlegel's unable to finish. A jump ball. This one does go the Muhls' direction. 50 seconds left, down by 2. Who would have thunk? The Muhls showing the fight. And dare I say, the fight that they didn't necessarily show back on Friday.
Full.
Will be a full timeout. Is a fight that they did not show on Friday. Just 2 points in that final stanza against Daniel Boone as they watched what was an 11-point advantage slip away. They had a 6-point lead going into the 4th. Like I said, just 2 points to their credit. This evening, they were holding the Lynx to just 3 points in the 4th quarter. Pulling a little role reversal here. Not too shabby out of the Muhls.
The defense has definitely stepped up.
They have figured out some of the foul problems as Meacham, Goodwin, Hernandez, and Brill have been able to not accumulate their 4th. They've been hanging on 4 fouls. And this is what I'm talking about, Jer. No stupid fouls. No getting into the bonus early. No giving them free attempts from the free throw line. You talked about how many points that the Lynx have gotten just from going to the charity stripe. That's why they call it that.
Yep.
You know, it's just pure charity. You want to foul them in the bonus 75 feet away from the basket, you're going to give them 2 free points at the line. And the Muhls have cut back on that. Just 1 trip to the line here in the 4th by the Lynx as they've locked all windows and doors. Martyr to Ramos for 3. Too strong. Ball hits the deck. It'll be a Lynx rebound. They'll move. Unable to pick it away. In transition, the floater too strong off the back. Wagner grabs her own board, and we're going to have a timeout taken here by the Lynx. 23.5 seconds left. They got the look that they wanted by Ramos. Ramos with 2 threes to her credit. Just unable to finish. Much more exciting ending than I think that we were prepared for.
I think you are correct.
And you know who's missing out on all this? WEEU. Where are you at? Come on, Bob. I know he's listening.
Oley's a nice place to be, man. Very nice. They treat you like a king.
I'm up here behind the scorer's table.
Yeah.
They only
Look.
go 5 stack on the bench seating here. So it's a very intimate atmosphere.
Small school.
Honestly, I think that, well, when we were calling that game last year, Wyomissing against Antietam doesn't have the bleachers at the end for the students and the cheerleaders. They only had, but I think that, honestly, their bleachers might have been, I don't know, 6, 7 benches tall. Yeah, very intimate here. Feel like you're right on top of the court.
Yeah, because we are. Right on top.
It'll be Oley basketball. No fouls to give here for the Mules. Martyr looking for a ball handler. Off the inbound, they get it in. And we're going to have another timeout taken by the Lynx. I think they only have full remaining. Boy, everyone's just getting the full experience here.
Right?
Can't take the timeouts home with you.
Use them or lose them.
Got to use them. The Mules up above their scoring average here this evening. 0-6 on the road. Looking to turn the tide here.
42-40. Could be done.
Oley being held pretty much right on their average. The Mules have given up on average about 58 points per game, so they've done a much better job here against the Lynx. Meanwhile, Oley only allowing 32.5. Obviously, the Mules have done a smidge better than that as well. 6-0 in Burke's play are the Lynx, currently pacing Kutztown, who's 5-2. Lynx at 9-5. Kutztown at 8-5. They'll get the inbound. That one's stripped away. Ball on the floor. Ball belongs to the Lynx. 14 seconds left. And we're going to have a foul here on Brill. Somebody's dad very upset across from us. See, he's still steaming over there.
Yelling at Muhlenberg's coach.
Oh, good. Now he's just going to clap really loudly. Bet his hands hurt.
One would think.
If that's his wife sitting next to him, she looks terribly thrilled to be there. And, oh, by the way, that looks like Mike Toledo from who's down there. From Centro Hispano in the city. Also in the house.
Right next to him?
Right next to him, yeah.
Yeah.
In the suit and tie. Yeah, that's
him.
Mike. Second one's good. The Oley fans have come alive here. Muhlenberg will take a timeout. They have to use their 30. 10.3 seconds left. Well, if nothing else, I tell you, the Mules have come awfully close here. Their past two Burke's appearances.
Sign of growth.
It is a sign of growth. They got tripped up against Unionville. They didn't get a great start out of the gates. They did a little bit better in the second and fourth quarters, but those odd number quarters, they were outscored by 10 against Unionville in the first, outscored by 12 in the third. Otherwise, they outscored Unionville by 7 across the other quarters. Ended up slipping up, trailing by 15 there. Brill had 12, Blanca Ramos with 9, Cuenca with 7, Goodwin with 6. So they've been getting closer. They had a couple of blowouts against Berks Catholic and Wilson back-to-back. Carlisle before that. Their two closest games coming within about 4 days of each other. 2-point loss to Boone, and now this one a 4-point game against Oley Valley. Martyr loses the handle, and that'll seal it. DeBalco will lay it in. Let me tell you, Ramos won't get credit for it, but the Mules lose the handle. They led by 8 early in this one. It was 16-8 Mules in the second quarter. They hang tough. against the Oley Valley Lynx. They'll fall to 0-12, but not without one heck of a fight here against a team that will likely be playoff bound when it's all said and done. Lynx will improve. They get win number 10 on the year. They improve to 10-5, 6-1 here at home, making all the difference towards the end of this contest. Since you've heard me for quite some time, let me take a quick break, tally everything up, and then wrap up when we come back. But 46-40, your final score here in Oley. Let me wrap everything up when we return on the Muhls Sports Network.
You're watching the Muhls Sports Network on Jerry Gallup Media. Back here to recap. Oley Valley 46, Muhlenberg 40. Muhls were paced by Blanca Ramos this evening. She finished just 2 points off of a career high. She finished with 18 in the contest. 5 in the first as her and Kenley Brill split the scoring duties there. But Brill once again going quiet here in the fourth. She finishes with 13. All in the first 3 quarters, including 6 in the third that she scored in pretty rapid succession to open the scoring account in the second half. She had 13, and then just 2 other scorers here for the Muhls. Cuenca with 5, Meacham with 4. Meanwhile, for the Lynx, leading the way was Nina Bauer, Matt Bauer's daughter. She finished with 13, 9 coming from the stripe. So again, talking about sending the Lynx there, sent them there very early, and that was pretty much the story of the game. You know, a lot of those early fouls that they could have gotten away from, they outplayed the Lynx for stretches, struggled in the third a bit, but you know, really clamped down until late here in the fourth and really made a game of it here.
You lose by 6, but you send them 14 or maybe by the end of the game 16 points. Some of them like completely unnecessary. And there it is. There's your difference maker.
Those are the things that they'll have to talk about in practice and things that they need to get cleaned up. That's what good teams will do. That's what better teams will do. And when you're in tight situations like that, you know, sure, some of it may be strategy, holding on to the ball a little bit more, not being so rushed in your offensive possession to try to find a shot. I thought that they were very rushed on occasion. I thought that Oley Valley was very rushed on quite a few occasions, especially early. I think that they felt that, you know, their shots were going to be dropping pretty consistently, and they just weren't in the early goings, and they struggled. Just 2 baskets from the field in the first, just 3 in the second. They finally heated up a little bit in the third, but again, just 2 baskets from the field in the fourth. They were not shooting very well the entire stretch. A lot of it was, you know, bad shot choice, you know, down on the low block. Again, it was a lot of turnaround jumpers, quick shots, because the Muhls were doing a fantastic job. That 2-3 defense was suffocating, especially at the start. The Lynx just couldn't counter. 18 points at the half, 21 in the third. Again, seemed like they figured things out, but just 7 in the fourth became a very close game. Mules outscoring them by 2. Just not enough here this evening in the 6-point loss for the Mules.
But it's a step forward.
It is a step forward, and they'll need to continue taking those steps forward because they will be facing off against Exeter Township on Thursday. Darren will have that broadcast against the 9-5 Exeter Township Eagles.
Yes.
Darren will have that broadcast. I'll be in hopefully sunny Florida. No promises there, but I'm told it's supposed to be sunny.
It's not going to be 31 degrees.
It won't. It's going to be about double that. It's going to be in the 60s. Maybe one day it'll touch 70, but mostly in the 60s.
Well, that sounds terrible.
It sounds awful compared to up here, let me tell you. But that's their next game. It'll be next Thursday, or this Thursday, I should say, at Exeter. Darren will have the call, and they'll have it here on the Muhls Sports Network, I believe.
I believe they will.
Because we got heckled for having the last one on Exeter.
Coach Rob Flowers yells at me all the time for stuff like that. So.
But they do not have a fun schedule coming up. But hopefully Oley will give them a little bit of juice going into those games because Exeter, winning record. Governor Mifflin, you have Bella Super over there just scoring her 1,000 point. She's fantastic. They are currently 9-4. The Red Knights of Reading are currently 8-7 and took care of Muhlenberg earlier this year. Then you play Weiser, Berks Catholic, Schuylkill Valley, Wilson. They do not have an easy schedule. Weiser's hanging around at 6-6. Berks Catholic, they're 4-9. They're down this year, but they're always a really tough out.
Yeah.
And then Schuylkill Valley's 8-3. Wilson's 13-2 because they have a fantastic roster behind them. Especially Layla Jones and Kalena Hardy. I mean, you get Jones going in there. She's been fantastic in her senior season, 12 points for her. Hardy transferring in a little bit before her brother, I believe, as Justice transferring to Wilson from YO. So
yes.
She's the other one to look out for, also scoring in double digits. So just one team below 500 coming up here for the Mules. It's a really tough road for them. To find that first victory, but again, did a lot of good things tonight. Hopefully they take a lot of the things that they did, kept it close against a really good Oley Valley team. Again, Oley Valley probably going to be in the Berks playoffs, by virtue of winning their section. It's going to be hopefully something that they look at and say, look, we did really good things. Our defense was suffocating. We showed that energy, and it really was until shots stopped falling a little bit, that they fell into a little bit of a funk that third quarter. You got to take a look at the tape, figure out what went wrong there, and then take a look at all the good things that you did, because they certainly did a lot of them tonight, but just not enough. As 46-40, again, your final score. But back to it on Thursday. They most certainly are, and Darren will have that call right here for you on the Muhls Sports Network.
Yes,
I won't be on the call again until I believe next Thursday as Muhlenberg hosting Reading.
All the way to next Thursday?
All the way to next Thursday. We got to make sure we have our seats in the house in Muhlenberg.
Oh, we will.
It's guaranteed everybody and their mother is going to be at that game.
Oh, we will. Don't you worry.
But I will be back on the call on Thursday. That's next boys game that I believe that we have scheduled.
Yes.
We'll have it here for you.
Excellent.
Other than that, that's all we got. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to Jerry for pulling all of this together. As always, thank you to Birdies. And thank you to Oley for doing a fantastic job hosting. I saw you open up your mic because you wanted to say something. You can still say something.
And
but
that's what it was going to be.
But thank you to Oley. It's always fun coming on the road, especially so when you have really good company and really good admin making you feel like home while you're here. So appreciate that from Oley Valley.
They got that here in spades.
Other than that, we'll see you the next 2 Thursdays for basketball action right here on the Muhls Sports Network. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you then.